the side, and it's going to acclimate itself for 60 seconds just under the surface. Then we're going to dump it down to as close to the bottom as we dare. It's 20,000 bucks. We don't want to break it.
Yeah.
Then we'll bring it right back up. So what it's going to do is gather data all along the way, right at the spot. So we're going to be. This is the spot that we might want to.
Okay, and Aaron,
was in the future. Or?
No, absolutely, and especially with the zebra mussels, it gives you a real good information as to this year versus last year versus next year and the year after.
Right. Well, in this case, what we're going to be doing is, Pat, why don't you can explain it to
CTD?
Chris.
Yeah. It's all based around depth. This thing obviously is going to record your depth, but it will also take your temperature with depth, dissolved oxygen, conductivity, fluorescence. Fluorescence is just your level of phytoplankton have chlorophyll. Chlorophyll reflects back a certain wavelength of light, and that's what this thing measures. Then there's PAR, which is photosynthetically available radiation, which is it's just available light. So light that plankton can use to photosynthesize. So, and that's actually the light bulb looking thing.
Okay.
This main thing right here, that's your battery. Before you're most concerned with this dissolved oxygen, or not most concerned, it depends on your application, but mostly we do temperature, depth, oxygen, fluorescence, and PAR.
Okay.
That's really what's important. So from all of them, we'll bring up a graph. From all of them, you can they all mesh together and play with one another.
And this is how you get chlorophyll charts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So from a tuna fisherman standpoint, that's what we want to know.
Yeah.
We don't care about satellite imagery for temps. We want chlorophyll. And you can get all that from Lake Champlain. That's insane.
Right here, yeah.
So
Depletion zones.
are you guys setting this at a specific GPS place every time? No. You just throw it over?
It kind of goes over. I mean,
okay.
It's going to vary, I guess, just a slight bit from here to there, but I mean, the big picture doesn't really.
Okay.
Most of this has turned over the same rate. The turnover. This lake will turn over. I guess like Ontario turns over, 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Or sorry, once a year. It turns over, but it stratifies in 3 different ways throughout the year. But yeah, so we just kind of dump it over wherever we settle out.
Let me just save that.
This would be a good thing if we did use that software, to take a GPS point.
Yeah.
Well,
here.
that's.
We're doing that now. We write in every time we drop it down, it gives us a lat longitude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we're not looking for the same exact spot.
No. No, but if you had whatever Colchester out here, you could say to them, all right, we're gonna come right here and we're gonna drop exactly right here where we dropped the probes and the information. They could do it in there on a computer. It's not a big deal, but it's just getting them more involved.
It's then putting it, like you said, integrating it so that other people can see it and watch it.
Absolutely, and so I'm just gonna enter that this is going over at this spot. This is going to be the test probe, whatever you want to call it, and no, it's just showing you the functionality. You set it at the GPS position, add it, and if somebody was in Colchester High School looking at it right now, they'd see that the probe just went over, or your terminology.
Right.
Yeah.
And in 60 seconds it's going to come back up. Let's see what they got. Yeah. That's the functionality of this app and the tracking the GPS with your ability to add information and again send that to everybody, whoever you want.
Right.
So.
And this would be great too because someone could say, hey, can you take a CTD reading for us? Instead of having to come out here with us, someone could be like, hey, can you go take a CTD reading for us? And we can go head out, drop it down, and then send it right to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I keep calling it a probe. I guess it should be called a CTD.
It just stands for conductivity, temperature, and I think it's dissolved oxygen.
Yep.
And that all where it comes in water clarity. The more water, the clearer the water is, the deeper these plankton can go. So the deeper you probably want to fish.
And what's this blue line?
Blue is oxygen.
Okay.
So there's less oxygen at the surface than the bottom.
Yeah.
Bottom's colder water holds more oxygen. That's why you'll find your lake trout down there. But that depletion zone where it drops real low is because of all your plankton dying and using up the oxygen as they decompose.
Sure. And the red line is what?
Temperature.
Oh, okay.
That's your thermocline is about 75 to 25.
Yeah.